Hi, friends! Happy Sunday. Yes, Josh, it is witchcraft tonight. All of the witchcraft. So it has been probably since June since I last painted my nails. And that's honestly kind of wild for me because I think it was even just like last year, maybe a year and a half ago, I painted my nails almost every weekend. All of them. Every single one. We were always doing something. Nails were always covered with lacquer. It was a vibe. It was a thing. And then life happened, I guess, and I fell off the radar and I stopped doing that. So we are getting back to nail art. Probably not every Sunday, but I want to try to do it at least once, if not twice a month on Sundays to do an actual look. And then I'm going to try on the streams that like I'm not doing an actual look, I'm going to try to just like wear nail polish because I think I really drove myself into a rut where I was constantly like, I have to create art. I need nail art. I need art on my nails. And I just got away from painting them to just have painted nails. Even if it's a Skittle Mani where it's different colors on every nail, I completely got away from it. And I think just painting my nails here and there and not pressuring myself to always do nail art will be very good for me so that I can have that happy in between of my nails aren't naked, but I'm not spending 2 hours on them every week either. Rev Ben, thank you so much for getting your daily self-care check-in, and thank you again for helping me with the first, second, and third redeem to get them fixed, because it needed to happen. So we are going to paint our nails today. I specifically picked out some Holo taco colors that a lot of people are like, these are so ugly. I wouldn't wear them. Woo nails! Yes! You guys, if you're not following Rev, please do. He is fantastic. I reached out to him. He's a teammate of mine, and I was like, hey, my redeems are not working like they're supposed to. And he sat with me in a voice call actually real quick before this stream. I don't think he realized I was streaming because I didn't say anything. There's no proof. Listen, this is a song of praise on like the Kit Kat challenge, okay? He sat with me and he helped me make sure my redeems were working properly for first, second, and third, because if you were here last stream, everything was updating on first. Kit Kats are amazing. They are. But you should not eat them the way our team has been eating them. Like, just break them and eat the sticks, okay? Don't bite into the sides. Don't put bugs on them. Stop with the hot sauce. Like, we've got some crazy shit going on. Out of spite.
Doki doki ooh ooh.
Official permanent first? You are not the official permanent first, Seamus. There is no permanent first. Listen, if you want flaming hot shits all of the time, Rev, I can't stop you. But me personally, my asshole deserves better. 112 stream streak, holy crap. So this time next week, you should hit 115 and get another one of those little pop-ups, I'm guessing. Hot sauce on a Kit Kat? Well, Rev says he's gonna do it now out of spite, but I'm trying to remember who it was that for the Kit Kat challenge ate it with hot sauce. I feel like it was one of our kitten members, because there's a lot of people with like a cat essence in their name in the team. You'll be happy to treat my bowl better than hot sauce. Oh my god, Seamus. For those who didn't catch it, Seamus is my real life fiance, so he's allowed to make those kinds of remarks. But yes, so nail art. Just a forewarning, okay? It has been a month now. A month of insomnia, which hits my mental health, which means that I pick at my skin. That's one of my mental health things. I'm a skin picker. And because I haven't been doing my nails, I haven't been painting them or anything, I haven't been pushing the cuticles back, which meant that I was picking at the cuticles. You can see it just a little bit. There's like little hangnail-y marks and stuff. It's from the picking. Hopefully, again, with doing my nails a little more frequently, I will clear that up, because no cuticles means less hangnails, means less of this garbage. For cutting Kit Kats into sticks. Did you cut them the wrong way, Rev? Or were you cutting, like, the sticks in half the long way? Like, because I've heard that this is how the whole Kit Kat challenge started, was something you did. Perpendicular? Oh my god. You cut them perpendicular to the actual breaks. So you made Kit Kat bites. The bits and pour milk over it like breakfast cereal. Oh my god, Seamus. Dova, hello! You just bit into the bar. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, that is a very cursed thing. 5 stream streak. Let's go, Dova. Thank you so much. So I am going to... my face is going to get what's called monster lighting, because I'm going to have this light down here pop on, but I need it to see what I'm doing with my nails, and it is very bright. So I'm going to pop that on. I'm going to swap us over to my beautiful nail art area. Did I ever put, you know, I don't remember. Did I put, I didn't put the EBGG thing on here. Oh, we're going to do real time fixing. Hold the phone. I missed a scene when I was doing that. Yes, that'll do. It's not a real stream if there aren't something, if something isn't like broken, okay? It just, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Wanted us to eat them as sticks, they would ship them as sticks. Twix gets it. And yet, if you saw the discussion in general, Rev, there are a few of us, myself included, that apparently eat Twix the wrong way. Where I like to turn it on its side and eat it like corn on the cob, and I get the chocolate off first, and then I'll nibble on the caramel, and then I'll eat the cookie. So you know. It could be the next thing. It could be the next thing. For a bit now you're going to sleep as it's 12:45 in the morning? Good Lord, Josh, go get some sleep. Thank you for stopping in. Unfollows. Dova, it's delicious. Okay, I'm just saying. Alright, first things first, I gotta pour out some acetone. Pure, unadulterated, beauty grade acetone. Ooh, 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 ooh. As I drip it down the side of the bottle because it's very, very full, and end up with it on my pants. I know you can't tell if I'm wearing pants because I am a streamer. And we don't have legs, but I promise you. You're gonna lurky for a bit? No problem, Dova. I appreciate it. But I assure you, I wear pants. Although I can say that you've seen my legs because I do baking streams and you get to see my legs there. In fact, I'm pretty sure baking streams are the favorite of a few of our community members for other reasons. I'm not done with the acetone. What am I thinking? I have to dehydrate my nail beds. Because my skin isn't dry enough, we're going to dehydrate everything. This is so that there's no oil on the nails to stop my base coat from really sticking. Which is important because I have the kind of nails that like to not adhere to base coats, I guess is the best way to put it. Even with doing this, after a little while, and I think this is partially too because I don't have, like you can see they're very, very short. I don't have a nail tip to wrap the polish around, so it's very easy for water and stuff to get under my my nail polish layers, and water is the enemy of nail polish, just like oil is. It helps to lift your polish back up so that it just pops off and peels. And I'm going to take this moment also to say I'm not a licensed nail tech. I cannot give you licensed nail tech advice. The things I say are merely things that I have learned over time, not from an educational institution, okay? This is a hobby. I'm a hobby nail artist, which is why I'm not terribly great at it. There are definitely far better out there. Shakety, 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 shakety. Is this ASMR? Nope, I guess not, because you can't really hear it. Okay, so, as always, I start with... Ooh, that's right. It's been so long, I keep forgetting this is upside down. I start with a base coat. I may have to adjust the brightness. This is Smoothing Base by Holo Taco. I feel like it is awfully dark. Hang on. When I put it together, I went based on what the color of the mat was, not the color of, like, woo, wrong thing, my skin. I always want to click the light bulb for brightness settings, and that is not correct. That looks better. Okay. The light bulb turns on my camera's flash because I'm using my cell phone for this. So, first step is always putting on a base coat. I use Smoothing Base because, as you can see, I have ridges in my nails. These ones are from the Hashimoto's, my chronic illness, my autoimmune disease. And then I also have, you can see it here, this beautiful like line down this nail. And you can just slightly see like this scar up here. This is from where I lost to a bagel slicer. Because I temporarily turned off my common sense apparently and decided that to clean the bagel slicer, because I used to work in a bagel shop, and the everything bagels, the onion bagels, everything would get stuck in the tracks along the side because it's like this, you set the bagel into it and then you pushed it through blades with a pusher thing. And I, being the genius that I was with no common sense, thought I had to have it open to clean the tracks where everything got stuck. Not like putting it together that when you push the bagel through, that pusher also becomes like a blade protector. And I could have just completely closed the stupid thing and then cleaned the tracks. So I managed to release some particularly strongly held on gunk, only to send my hand flying, and I sliced right into my beautiful nail bed. So yeah, that's what that scar is from. And we cover it up with Smoothing Base. So I do start every time when I paint, I use my left hand to do the painting instead of my right, because I am right-handed. So if I get my bad hand out of the way, it won't feel as awkward switching then to my dominant hand versus starting with your dominant and then moving to your non-dominant. Put this over here so that I can get to it to do cleanup. So what is everybody up to this weekend? Have we had good ones? Did you do anything fun for Saturday or Sunday? Because I have just been dealing with my fucked up sleep schedule and the fact that really early Saturday morning, we're talking like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I spiked a fever. And it was cyclical all day yesterday and into the evening. But once I finally fell asleep today around 7 in the morning, did I mention that the insomnia is really bad right now? I seem to have slept off the rest of it because the fever doesn't seem to be here today. Woohoo! Sorry about that. I caught the arm of the light that also holds the phone with the brush. But it did mean, since I had been running a cyclical fever, and my sleep was all fucked up, that we did not end up going out with family today. And it's probably for the best because Seamus has now come down with the fever that I had. And I mean, I felt not, like, I can't say I felt like garbage all week, but I definitely didn't feel right. I was drinking a lot of tea and just, you know, warm beverages. And I was chalking it up to the fact that my sleep is just not correct. You know, sometimes you just don't feel right when your sleep's wrong. But we were also going through the weather starting to change for the season change because we're like 2 weeks to the fall equinox. It is an equinox, right? Is it? Yeah. Yes? Yeah, because winter is a solstice, so fall is an equinox. Oh my gosh, my brain. My brain doesn't want to work. Hey, Will, you made it. You actually made it. How are you, Will? How's it been? So yeah, with the weather changing and stuff, like, I'm that kind of person. I do tend to be more prone to illness. And again, that's probably because I have an autoimmune disease, so my immune system is already not doing what it's supposed to. But I guess this time I actually was sick. Had your today off. Nice. Nice. Days off are always good. Everybody needs time to rest, relax, recuperate. I almost feel like I get too much of that, though, I'm being honest, because my schedule is so willy-nilly with work. Switching hands. You don't get enough rest? Meet you in the middle, okay? I'll meet you in the middle. You get a little more rest, I get a little more work. Everybody's happy. So this base coat is Smoothing Base by Holo Taco, and they actually have 2 smoothing base coats, one of which is this one that's like got a beigey yellow base to it, and one that is actually a pink coloration to it, so it gives your nails like a slightly pink base. I really love this, especially because if you were to put 2 coats of this on, it would actually act a little bit like a nail polish. I am a huge Holo Taco fan. I really love their formulary. And never feel bad for lurking while working. I really appreciate it. And I'm always happy to repeat myself and answer questions. Because I get it. I've been there. I do a lot of lurking. As I get other stuff done. and then I miss something and have to ask if people can repeat themselves. Gifted some homemade nail polishes that are really translucent. Oh, hide the edges of your nails under. Yes, definitely. Yeah, this will help do that. This will definitely help do that. I would recommend then probably getting both this beigey one and the pinky one. Just to better match the colors of polish that you have, because if you've got a polish with more of like the red undertones to it, the pink smoothing base will probably be a better match than the beige. Or, I mean, if you have all red undertone polishes that they gave you, then the pink one would be perfect. Okay. Got like fuzz stuck to my cleanup brush. You're welcome. So yeah. It's Holo Taco, and it is called Smoothing Base. I love their products. I've been following Christine, the owner and creator of Holo Taco, for years now on YouTube. Years. I was so excited when she made the brand because it's perfect for her. All right. So step one, we're gonna put on we're gonna put on our base color for our accent nails. I had to really think about the order in which I wanted to do this for a second. So our base color for our accent nails is going to be Not Pressed by Holo Taco, which I think it doesn't get the love it deserves. I know it seems like this kind of like baby food green, like mashed peas or something, but it really is a super lovely color. So we're going to be doing our ring and our ring and middle fingers as our accent nails, and then the rest of the nails, the thumb, pinky, and pointer, will be our main color, which will also be on the accent nails. But I want this color down first. I've got a couple layers to do to make this work the way I want it to. And a reminder that part of the reason I love the Holo Taco line is because it's basically full coverage in one coat. I really, really don't think that this color gets the recognition it deserves. Greens and yellows are struggle colors. Which I mean, I get it, because if most people don't think to just like wear green on their nails. But it's so pretty. It's especially pretty matte. Right? It's gorgeous. It's a stunning color. So my recommendation with any nail polish line, this isn't just Holo Taco, but any nail polish line, if you see a green or a yellow that you even remotely like, that needs to go to the top of your buy it priority list, just below anything you want to get that's a limited edition. Because it has been my experience in watching Holo Taco grow over the last 6 years that we had a hair in it. We'll smooth that out in a minute. That the greens and the yellows don't sell very well, so they're the first ones to get discontinued. So if you like the green or the yellow, get the green or the yellow. Because, like, for example, I'm going to shake this real fast before we put the next set of nails together. This is, like, one of my absolute favorite colors. I use it in so many designs, and it got discontinued because it didn't sell enough. Okay? This is a linear holographic green. It's so beautiful. It is called Full Charge. You cannot get this anymore because it just wasn't a good enough seller, and it's gone. And as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to Pride nail art, that is the green for it. Right? Good yellows are hard to find. So yeah, that color, stunning. Absolutely beautiful, but it just didn't sell well enough, and it got discontinued. As Holo royalty, because I spend absolutely way too much money on nail polish, said no one ever. I was given a survey recently on colors that I would love to have brought back, and even though I am a huge, like, purples fan, when I saw that Full Charge was on that list of potential we could bring this back, that was what I voted for. I really want that color back. Because when I run out of that, I'm going to be devastated. Was tatting and waiting for them to start and had 2 people very interested. Oh, that's awesome, Carrie. I'm glad his concert went well, and I'm really excited that you had some people interested in your tatting. Oh yeah, so I was telling you guys, Seamus and I didn't make it up to visit family today, and it might have been for the best, right? Aside from the fever. Because it turns out the weather, so we postponed yesterday because the weather was supposed to be miserable, and it was indeed miserable here. Like, it was rainy and shite and just garbage, and I mean, I had the fever, so we wouldn't have been going yesterday anyways, even if his parents hadn't already rescheduled for a later time. But today, with him running the fever and me having been running the fever previously and stuff, like, we didn't go, and his parents let us know that it snowed, pretty much. It was 45 degrees and rainy and on the verge of snow up there. Because it is, after all, in the Adirondacks. What was an older person we know who commented that she hadn't seen anyone doing it since she was young? Oh, Carrie, that had to have brought back really nice memories for her. I'm gonna fix this one nail, and then I think I'm gonna call that decent. Where we have the hair. It doesn't change the color enough. My struggle with hair, you guys, in case you're wondering, these like little fuzzes, it's cat hair. Because as anybody with pets knows, you can clean and vacuum like every day, every freaking day, but it doesn't matter, there will be pet hair. Yeah, definitely. Not feeling well and being stuck in shitty weather would have really sucked. So, thank goodness. Alright, for the other nails, and what's also going to go on the accent nail eventually. We're not even close to getting it on the accent nails yet. Is a beautiful, like a burnt yellow. That's the best way I can describe it. This is Amber Apathy by Holo Taco. It is also a linear holographic. It was part of the Dark Rainbow collection. So this one, as far as I know, is still available. Yeah. Yeah, the Holo Taco collection is just stunning. You can kind of see the rainbow. Let me see if I turn my flash on, if it'll bring it out. Yeah, now you can really get a view of how it shifts in the full spectrum. This is just... I love the linear holographic formula. It's so beautiful. The colors are so nice. There are very few Holo Taco colors that I own because I own every single one that's ever been released. There are very few I own that I'm like, I don't think I will ever wear this. Very few. And most of them are glitters because glitters are a pain in the ass to take off of your nails. So I almost never wear glitters. If I could get away with wearing peely base, which I cannot because my job and my activities and the length of my nails just do not warrant peely base working. I've tried. I would wear glitters because then I could just, like, peely base is literally that. It's a peel off base coat, so everything on top peels with it. And it's made to pop off. But unfortunately, it pops off too easily with really, really short nails because there's no way to adhere the edges. Because that's what you want to do. You want to adhere the edges and put peely base just in the middle of your nail bed so that once you break the edge free, peely base just whoop, lets it go. And it just doesn't work for me. It pops off way too easily with all the oil and the pressure because for those who don't know, I am a licensed massage therapist by day. So just doesn't work out, which is a real shame, but what can you do? Yes, I am using acetone on the little brush for the edges. That is how I'm cleaning it up. I actually specifically bought from Target years ago when they were on sale from Christmas for $1 for the whole set. Little glass shot glasses that came with a set of 4. And I have one, like, I did not buy them to be shot glasses. I've never drank out of these glasses and I never will. But they make perfect acetone holders. So I have one that's dedicated specifically to just acetone. That's all it has ever done, is hold my cleanup acetone. And then I have another one out of the set of 4 that is specifically used for if I'm water marbling. And I'm not gonna lie, I originally bought them for water marbling and then realized that the acetone for the cleanup brush works well in it too. Highly recommend that if you paint your nails frequently like this. Like, just buy a throwaway glass shot glass that you don't care about. You're never going to use it for anything else. And keep it with your nail art stuff for your cleanup acetone. Try Q-tips and get frustrated with a tiny... Yeah, yep. I used to do the same thing, and I swapped to a cleanup brush. Mine's from Holo Taco because I got the whole set. Like I said, I'm a big fan, but you can get a cleanup brush from pretty much anywhere. Amazon has them. Maniology's got them. Trying to think of what other brands are out there. I think What's Up Nails probably sells them. Uber Chic Beauty probably has them. Like, pretty much, I think Twinkle Tea even has them. I'm hesitant on Twinkle Tea though because they've been doing like a reshift on products. because Twinkle Tea is very small. It's just like a two sisters operation. So I know they're focusing more on their gel polishes now, which is why I had to stock up on their stamping polishes that they are no longer going to be selling because they have the best gold stamping polish ever. So I bought 2 spares. And I'm pretty sure they're sold out now, so I can't even be like, go get some. Because there were only like 6 left when I picked up my spares last month. But yeah, they're going to focus on their gel polish and what got them started, which was nail vinyls. Twinkle Tea got started with nail vinyls. Got those little fuzzy hairs stuck everywhere. Everywhere. That's a little too much polish for my poor wee itty bitty pinky nail. Oops. Hit the skin. Cuticle. I'll show you this in just a second, but the other side of the cleanup brush is not just immediately sticking it back into the acetone. So I also have, these are just like little cotton makeup pads. I dab the brush off on that and then I put it back in the acetone. All right, so we'll close Amber Apathy. Our main nails are probably good because I get like really decent coverage, and I know like my phone is not really showing off the holographic on my nails very well. You can kind of see it. And I think this is just the nature of the phone camera itself. It really picks up on the distinction in like the glitters. But I promise you it's very pretty. They look great together. So next step, I want to make the green a little bit more fun. Just a little bit festive. So we're gonna add on a unicorn skin, as Christine has trademarked it, which is just iridescent flakies. Try to get it tilted so you can see them a little better. And this is lunar unicorn skin. So the thing about the iridescent flakies is, like, you can see in there right now, they look kind of like blue and pink and stuff, maybe a little bit purple, but when you apply it to different colors, it looks different. Right? Yeah. Cosmic, you are about to go on a Holo Taco wish list spree. I can feel it right now. The holidays are coming. Get your wish list together. Tell your family, here you go. This is what I need in my life. So yeah, those flakes that were once purple looking and blue, now they're greens and yellows. How about that? Because it changes, it really does change based on the color of the polish below it. If you want, when we get done with I really got some good amount on that one. When we get done with doing our actual nails, I'll pull out fake nails and the white and black polish, and I'll slap it over that, and we can do a couple colors too if you want to see how it changes. Because we got time. I'll also take this moment to say that I am not in any way, shape, or form affiliated with Holo Taco. I am not sponsored by them. I get no financial contributions to my livelihood for promoting them. I just really, really like Holo Taco. Oop, that is a big glob of gross that came out of the bottom of there. Probably some dust. Doop, 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 doop. Hardest part about wearing nails this pretty, by the way, well, polishes this pretty, driving. Because the sun catches it so beautifully, and you want to stare at your nails instead of the road. Makes stoplights more interesting, though. Because you can just flex your fingers on the steering wheel waiting for that light to turn green in like 800 years. Okay, so that gets the unicorn skin on. Still debating on if I want to put a second coat on. I think so. All right, next step, because we're not done with the accent nails for the nail art, okay? But in order to do the nail art, we have to seal them, so we're going to seal all of our nails. We've got Glossy Taco, which is a quick dry top coat. It literally is called Glossy Taco. Quick dry just means that in about 15 minutes, you're safe to like touch the surface of the nail. It doesn't mean that all the layers of polish are dry, right? Because that takes time. But it does mean you're safe to start working on the next part, such as nail vinyl. In my case, I'm not using vinyls, I'm using tape. But it'll work out. And it doesn't matter if it's base coat, actual color, or top coat, accent color, you have it, you name it, whatever it is, clean it up off your skin. It's important. You want to try to create as few spots as possible of weakness where your nail art or your nail polish, if you're just doing a single color, can start to peel up. And I know it might not seem as if it being on your skin can do that, but as you're cleaning it up, you're also hitting like the end of your nail if it's short like mine. So it's sealing it to the end. Just a little bit. That's the best I can do because I cannot wrap my tips. I have no tips to wrap. When you wrap your tips, for those with longer nails, that just means painting the underside ever so slightly. It's really sealing it to protect from water getting under and lifting your manicure up and off. I really flooded that one at the end. Get off of there, Fuzz. Someday when I retire from being a massage therapist and I can grow my nails back out, I'll be able to wrap the tips. But for now, because people don't want to be scratched, poked, or prodded by sharp nails when they are receiving a massage, I file them down as you've seen. I would be confident in saying my nails are shorter than most masculine presenting people. Because I have no little white tips. White tips on the ends of my nails usually means I'm going to stab somebody. So, can't have that. Cannot have that. Nobody wants to be stabbed. This is not BDSM massage. Although, not gonna lie, if it was safe to do so, I would absolutely offer that service, but people are creeps and cannot be trusted. Therefore, we do not offer that service. Because I will never yuck on somebody else's yum, and if you relax best with a little bit of scratching, like tear off and get bent at work, yeah, that's fair, Carrie.
Oh, no.
You're on your lunch break, Mel. Let's go.
Has arrived.
Halfway through the day. How are you, friend? Did you get enough sleep last night? You guys, Mel by Moonlight just celebrated 3 years as a streamer. Well, as an affiliate, really. Close enough. Which is freaking heckin' amazing. It also means that her and I started around a very similar time period because my 3-year will be in February. We're halfway there. 3-year buddies, we are. I was thinking about that last night after you went to bed. I was like, you know what? We're on a very similar journey. Because you know, Mel, we both were into horror for a while because we thought that that would be a good spot for us. And then we both slowly drifted into more of like the cozy variety stream because we realized that even if we like horror, it wasn't where we wanted to solely focus our endeavors. And we're both coming up on 3 years. We've got similar vibes. Yeah, smaller doses. Exactly. Although last night was so fun. I was really enjoying playing all that Devour. Even though I'm not too good at it. Although, well, I say I'm not too good at it, but I got real good at hiding. I'm gonna blame DBD for that. DBD taught me how to hide. It was great. I am glad that you had such a fantastic stream yesterday. And I want to coordinate with you for when you decide to play You Must. Because I really want to see you play that. But I know you normally are doing your horror when it's like 2 in the morning for me, so I wanna coordinate when you can do that, when I can be there, because that game is just, it's my favorite Amika game. Yes, definitely. Definitely. I will let Allie know so that we can coordinate DVD University for that. Because now we're doing them in student pairs so that when the live match happens, both her and I can be a part of it. Allie and I literally haven't sat down to figure out when the next one is. And I think that's because she's getting ready for TwitchCon. So things are going to be a little bit crazy in that regard. Yeah. TwitchCon is big. It's a big one. I am going to take this moment, like my nails need to dry down completely, okay? So I'm going to take a moment, I'm going to run the ads so that you're only missing me waiting for my nails to dry. And what I'm going to do while the ads run is I'm going to grab my black and my white polish and I'll get these stands set up, and then, because it's going to take like 15 minutes to prep before I can do the next part. And I will show you what this unicorn skin looks like over different, like, dark versus light and stuff. So ads first, then more nail art. Not just that, but yeah, time zones and coordination do suck a lot, but we'll make it work. All right, ads now, so no ads when the really cool stuff's happening. And for those who don't get ads, you're just gonna see a blank screen. Ugh. I just heard Seamus tell a really bad dad joke. Somebody come save me. Somebody come save me from Seamus! Alright, I pulled out a few colors because we saw it over green. So I want to get a little bit more of a spectrum. No! Ben, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. I bet it was a great joke. Well, Seamus, would you like to retell it for the class? You're a professional artist? That's awesome. What kind of art do you do? Prepare to roll your eyes, Mel. Prepare to roll them. If you're here to sell me something, Ben, I do all of my own art, but I appreciate it. Chicken sedans, oh my god. Boo, so bad. I can already feel, though, that Mel is probably going to tell her significant other that. Alright, I need Move that guy. Move those things. You're typing it out to him right now? I knew it. Stop wiggling. Dump those out. Where did they slide? There they are. I only need, oh, there's one down here too. I only need one. So, I'm actually not doing any stamping today, Mel. I thought about doing like reverse stamping and stuff, but I opted not to. But I am going to show some differences. So I need, because I've got to let my nails dry enough to put the, you don't feel all the FOMO now? Yeah. To put tape on them to do nail art. So this is just like wall tack, which will allow me to stick fake nails to the little stands. Because I love sharing this with you guys. Let me get the nails. You just want to retire. Dude, retiring. Bomb. Because I used one shape of nails for the videos and the reels, and I use the other shape of nails for just swatching. Speaking of cat hairs, get out of here, cat hair. Without being 65 and still getting paid every day, right? Pull those out. This will give us plenty of space to share it. And I know you can't quite see all 5, but that's all right because we'll slide them around. All right, pulled out just enough. Excellent. Scooch my happy ass back up and close. Oh, no, I pulled out one too many. I'll put that away later. Okay. So normally I would swatch these with like the base coat and everything too, but screw that. We ain't got time for that. I will put white, then black. 57, but I'm broken, so here's to hope. Right. 2-day work weeks and 5-day weekends. So I don't know if we could go that far, Mel, but I am fully in favor with this, with how productive technology has helped make us, going down to a 4-day work week and not increasing it to 10-hour days. Like, make 32 the new 40. Because we are so much more productive than even like 20, 30 years ago, thanks to the internet and email and, you know, computers. You need a 3-day work week? See, you're already living the dream that many people want of the 4-day work week. So the very first color I'm going to put on for swatching is Holo Taco's. Whoa, that's very glare. Not milky white. This is a white that It's full coverage in 1 to 2 coats, and it's not streaky. If I had to work 5 days again, I'd probably lose my mind more than I have. Right. Yeah, I can understand that. That's how I feel right now, with the idea of if I ever had to, like, completely leave massage and go back to working for somebody else. It would be so bizarre to not be my own boss. Because it's been 6 years now. 6 years of just being my own boss. Alright. Oop. Next up in the roster for the black, also from Holo Taco, is 1 coat black. And this really is 1 coat. To be your own boss one day, it has its pluses and minuses, okay? I'm not going to say it is like the perfect solution, because being your own boss means also being your own disciplinary HR, in that nobody is going to hold you accountable for getting shit done but you. So my biggest suggestion to anybody who's looking to be in this, like, be self-employed, is if you can't motivate yourself to do things, really think about it. Like, prior to branching out and being completely self-employed, if you're that person, do a test run with something that isn't going to affect whether or not you can maintain, like, living in a house and having food and shelter and whatnot, that you can hold yourself accountable to, and make sure you can do it every single day to guarantee to some degree that you will be able to be your own boss. Nothing would ever get done. Yeah, see, that would be a struggle. And I would be concerned. All right, next up, well, I want to do a red, and it's a very primary red. I'm pretty sure you can still get this red. This is Left on Red by Holo Taco. But yeah, no, that, I would say that is probably the hardest part of being self-employed, is being self-motivating. Next up, I have a really pretty yellow. I wanted to grab a different yellow, but I know that the other yellow is discontinued, so I grabbed this one because I'm pretty sure you can still get it. So these are technically extensions or falsies, but while I wait for these 2 nails to dry completely so I can do nail vinyls, I want to swatch the unicorn skin, the iridescent flakies, because it's different on different colors, and I want to show that off. So this is butterscotch hop. It is like, it's just a beautiful yellow. I call it school bus yellow. Yeah, because it looks so different depending on what color it's put over. So I'll show it off next to my nails as soon as I get these, the bases of these painted, to give them just a minute to kind of like dry down. And you can really see it with the butterscotch. These polishes are self-leveling, which is great. This looks like a lot more neon yellow for you guys than it does for me. And then last but not least, I grabbed a purple, because you gotta have a purple. Right, kitten? Do you prefer cosmic or kitten? Because I will swap back and forth. Like, I think, yeah, you can see it in a much better light if I bring it closer to kind of block out some of the glare. Because you can see how the brightness of the light really makes it neon. So this purple, I know you cannot get anymore, but it's quintessential. This came from the Julian Solomita collection when Holo Taco collaborated with Julian. And it's called I'm Live, and this is literally basically Twitch purple. Cosmic. You got it. I will do my best to remember cosmic, not kitten. And yes, it is a little translucent, but I'm probably only going to put one coat on. With longer nails, the cremes take 2 coats. They're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. Her colors are phenomenal. So, we're going to take those. And I have the Lunar Unicorn skin on the green right now. So you can see in the bottle, it's got like the blues and the purples to it. But on my nail, it goes more like yellows and oranges and reds because I put it over not pressed. So we'll start with the white. There's the comparison. Very different. Let's see if I can shade some of the light coming down. No, because then it wants to really focus. How about if I do this? Yay, nay? No. Alright. I may have to just turn the brightness down to really see it on the white. You never want to leave? I never want you to have to leave, Mel. But then as soon as you put it over black... Like, this is the same top coat. Okay, this is the same specialty topper. Black versus white. I'm gonna grab... and turn the brightness down. Nope, that does not help. You need the black one in your life? Yeah, it's 1 coat black and Lunar Unicorn skin. Same topper over the red. And then if you put it over the yellow... Oh, I might. You're right. A piece of printer paper would probably do it. Or, as you're going to see in a second, I'm just going to pull the switch out and turn the ring light portion off temporarily. And that'll also take care of the glare. And then if I'm not mistaken, when you put it over the purple, it should go to be more like the white. Yes. Like, the combos with this are incredible. And this is why iridescent flakies are so fun. Because it really just changed based on the color of the polish. Yeah. You gotta go back to work, Mel. No! I hope it goes quickly for you. So if I just turn the light off, you can see them a little better. But the black one and the white one are definitely, like, the most stunning. Yeah, that's about as good as I can get it for, like, no glare. But I think you can kind of see it. There you go. I gotta really shade it. But yeah, so it looks totally different depending on nail polish color. Wild, right? I love. Good job, SiriBot. I love these polishes, and there's 6 different unicorn skins. So this is just lunar. There's also cosmic and solar, and I think those were the ones in the OG collection, and I don't remember what the other ones are. But yeah, so that being all said and done and dandy, move these polishes over here out of my way. We're gonna move on to the next part of nail art. And put on some chapstick because my lips are dry as fuck. Oh, hey, I think Sir Ben Anderson unfollowed. I saw my count go up and then I saw my count go down. He was clearly just here to try and sell shit. Like, graphic artists at this point, they're disgusting. So we're gonna fix this because I don't want his name popping up. Give me a hot second. Come back here, keyboard. Keyboard. Save that change. Drop that back down. And then refresh. There we go. Because listen, I'm all out about people being out and about and hustling their wares, but no soliciting in streams. Like, don't be that person. Just don't. It's not nice. All right, so what I want to do here is I want to take... Ooh. Get out of here, cat hair. I want to take the Amber Apathy, and I'm going to put it on the top half of these nails. So what I'm going to do is this is literally just Scotch tape. Okay, my quick dry top coat is done. So it's been at least 15 minutes. So we're going to seal this down. And that's going to create a barrier. And I'm going to do it on the other nail as well. But in the opposite direction. So the important edge is the edge that's sealing. It doesn't matter if it's not fully stuck over here. What matters is that it's stuck over here. So I'm just using the pad of my finger to really press it in, make sure it's good to go. This is one of my favorite parts, okay? I really love this. The reason you need the quick dry top coat, by the way, is to ensure that you don't peel your layers up, and you cannot do this with peely base. Peely base will just come up regardless. And I also love this technique specifically with the masking tape, the scotch tape, because anybody can do this. This doesn't require you going to get specialty nail art supplies. You should have a top coat. You should have colors. If you don't have a quick dry top coat, that just means you have to wait longer for it to fully cure. And then we peel to reveal. Voila. I'm just gonna stick that over there and clean up. Oop. Got cotton fuzz stuck to my thing. Clean up this little, oh my lord. That is a lot of cotton fuzz. Excuse me, brush. You looked moldy for a second there. Get that. Yeah. Woo! Siribot's like really on it. Alright, so there's one. So my accent nails are basically just like a peak of that beautiful green with the unicorn skin. If you want though, Shane. Oh, Siribot is banning them. I was about to say, you can do the banning. Oh no, this one wasn't cured, so that's the struggle. That one hadn't cured completely. Somehow. Oh, that was the one that needed double. Well. R.I.P. that nail. We had a fuck up. I can fix this. Because I don't want to have to repaint the whole nail. We're going to very carefully. This is the first time I've ever fucked up on my actual nails. Fill that in. No, I think I have to take this one off. Because looking at it, there's like a giant ridge. Aw, Siri, so happy that you said that, Mel. Pineapple, go. Dang it. Dag-nabbit. For Sarko to tame up, that takes forever. Someone free you? Listen, Mel, if I won the lottery, I would free you. So this is my pineapple. It grips. I think you can see it better up here. It grips the thing with claws so that I don't have to get my nails close to acetone. Because we have to redo this nail from scratch. Because it couldn't be a good nail. It was a naughty nail. One thing I will say about her yellows and greens, my skin really likes those pigments. Like, really likes those pigments. If I won the lottery, you'd be my neighbor and I buy all my friends' houses to live in. Yes! By coming to the States, right? You'd come to the States? You'd come join us over here into our time zone? Or would we all just have, like, permanent vacation houses in New Zealand? I can fix this better than most women can fix their boyfriends. Did I say that? Maybe. Hell yeah. Isn't it interesting how we all have, like, ideal places that we would set up to live? Like, I know Allie always says if she wins the lottery, she's gonna buy, like, a bunch of beachfront property in Hawaii for her and her friends to live on. Which, I'm not gonna say Hawaii is a bad place, because I think it's probably beautiful. I've never been there to you know, see it myself. But me personally, I do not want to live in Hawaii. I don't want to live anywhere that doesn't get 4 distinct seasons. You pick that option? I would take a vacation house in Hawaii. And, like, permanent first class to always get to and from, but you can imagine learning to love it? Yeah, see, I really like 4 distinct seasons. I know that's not for everybody, but 4 distinct seasons is very important to me. Even if I'm not a huge fan of winter, if it really gives me the gloomies, because of the lack of sunlight more than anything, and I'm not a fan of the cold. Like, I'm also not a fan of the extreme heat, which I know Hawaii gets, to my knowledge, Hawaii gets much warmer than it does here. And it would be humid because it's right on the ocean. And, like, humid heat is... Oh, God, that really gets me. That being said, I think it would be beautiful to visit. But yeah, I like having a very clear transition from spring into summer. And then from summer into fall. Like, the colors of the leaves that we're going to start to get are going to be so beautiful. And I really want to make it a point this time to head up into the mountains and get some really beautiful photographs and, like, go on trails and whatnot, because I haven't done that in forever and I really miss my photography. I really miss my photography. So I want to do that. And then when winter comes, so as much as I don't really care for the cold and the snow, I have to admit, right after a snowfall, when the sun rises and it's just pristine and white outside, it is so beautiful. And when the snow is falling, when you have, like, those really cool nights, like cold but not freezing, and there's snow coming down, and it's not like the mixed snow, but it's like these big soft flakes. It is the most supreme, blissful quiet you will ever experience. It muffles everything, and there's just nothing like it. After a lot of stimulation in the way of noise from traffic and neighbors and whatnot, I actually look forward to winter for those heavy snowfalls, to just have that level of quiet, because it's so peaceful. It's nothing you feel amazingly passionate about, and whims pass as quickly as they arrive. That's probably the ADHD. Big enough, just do all. That's true. That's true, Cosmic. Just do all of it. You wanted a guitar. Yeah, that was so fleeting. That's fair. That's fair. At least you know that about yourself. But yeah, so, like, I love that blissful snowfall. And if you've never experienced that, I would recommend trying to vacation in a place for a long enough period of time that you can experience it just once. It's so wonderful. It's so, so wonderful. can put the unicorn skin on it. Didn't get very much on that brush this time, did I? Get on there. That's better. Close her up. It'd be more of an interest, not a passion. Yeah, and it's important to draw the line. To know where to draw the line, because otherwise you spend a lot of money on something that you're gonna do for, like you said, like 6 months, and then it's gonna pass. Seamus and I have that issue in a different respect, where we become interested in something and we can't just like try it out. We kind of have like this all or nothing mindset where we buy all the expensive stuff, all the possible things we might need to do a project once, and then realize that it's not what we expected it to be, or it's not as engaging as we wanted it to be, or whatever, and we just have all these supplies laying around that we never use, including like tools and equipment and stuff. So I am in like a massive hoeing out mood, because it's both of us. It is both of us. And how do people in high school know to study at uni? Yeah. I don't either. That's why I made the mistake when I went to school. Like, I call it a mistake. The mistake was not following something I was passionate about. The mistake was spending $53,000 following something I was passionate about when I didn't have enough real world knowledge to really understand what I was getting into when I went to school for photography. Obviously, there is a market for photography because modeling is still a thing. Senior portraits are a thing. Wedding photography is a thing. Like, there is a market for it. But the market is very narrow these days because of cell phones. When I went to school, they were just coming out. Ophelia, hello! Thank you. Yeah, we're redoing this nail because it got fucked up. It's going to eventually look like this nail. But it got fucked, so we're redoing it. I still owe like $29,000 of the 53 that I borrowed, and I've paid back like 28,000 because interest is a bitch. The school is no longer in existence because the administrative aspect of it was embezzling funds, and the then owner of the school is in jail for the tune of like, I think it was like $2 million in fraud, maybe 2 billion. I don't know. It had a lot of zeros. There was no recourse for those of us who went to the school and got basically frauded. The education took me absolutely nowhere in the professional world. They wanted to make us believe that it would, but it didn't. There's like a lot of problems, but the main thing I'm getting at is I went to school for photography thinking I was going to be a photographer, only to come out of school into the recession, which didn't help, but to realize that making a living as an artist is really, really difficult because you are selling a luxury service that isn't tangible. Yeah, Ophelia. Worried you'll finish the study and hate it. Yeah. Yup. And that's why, in my opinion, community colleges are great. Because, at least here in the States, okay, we have community colleges. I don't know what it's like in New Zealand, but they're a place where you can go to get your general education courses, where you're studying a little bit deeper into aspects that you were interested in without having to pick a degree and pay like too much money. I want to say you can probably spend less than $10,000 a year to go to community college, get a little bit more of an idea of who you are as a person and where your interests lie, and then from there take the credits and go to like a bigger college to specialize in a degree. getting my 2-year theater degree at my local, community college because my baby brother was just born, so I didn't want to leave my town. I already worked with their theater department in the community. There you go. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect, Cosmic. So the other option, which I think is a great one and needs to be promoted more, is to get into the trades, which is essentially what I did by going to school for massage therapy. My cost for massage therapy, now mind you, the length of the schooling that I received was basically the same because it was a 10-month program in Massachusetts at the time for the photography, which was not a degree, it was a certificate program, okay? And massage therapy, there is no degree in massage therapy, it's a licensing program. Two different things, very slightly different. Massage therapy, I was in school for 9 months. I spent just over $18,000 to go to school for massage versus the $53,000 that I spent for photography. So, big difference. A prop artist for theater. It's something to look into, Ophelia. Like, definitely not something that would be a bad idea to look into. Okay, we can get the top coat onto this one. It's still a little tacky though, so I'm going to be really careful. So yeah, like trades. Trades are great because not only are they shorter and less expensive than traditional college, but you're getting highly specialized knowledge. So if you're somebody who doesn't do well with what we in the States like to affectionately call the bullshit courses, like trades are a great option because you're literally learning only that which you need for your profession. And maybe a fluff class here and there because your state requires something stupid. You did your entire pre-med undergrad work at one. Yeah. My best friend Gwen went to community college to get her nursing degree. She became an RN through community college. Like, it is very possible to do a lot of really good things through community college and not spend an arm and a leg getting your education. I highly recommend not spending an arm and a leg on your education, especially to teens, who are fresh out of high school. Like, I think probably in the past, and we're going back to like my parents' generation, so we're looking at 50 years ago now. In the past, when schools allowed for some level of specialization in high school where you could kind of pick and choose where you were going, students then were better prepared to make a choice going into college. College also didn't cost as much back then. Like, inflation and whatnot has just skyrocketed. Education being for profit is so gross. But I digress. They had a little bit of a better idea. School today, because we're competing now in like the global everything, school today is so competitive with how are we scoring compared to like China and Japan and Germany and England and yada 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 in the same like subject matter. They're way too busy teaching you how to take a test and trying to make the country seem smart, book smart that is, rather than actually producing productive adults and allowing kids during their formative years to find their passions, like when they don't have to spend an arm and a leg to do it. So I feel like we're not prepared at 18 to be like, yes, I am going to be this thing and I am going to go to school and spend a whole bunch of money to become that thing. But I'm also of the mindset, okay, hear me out on this one. If you are old enough at 18 to sign a contract to enter a war zone, or sign a contract to take out what effectively is a small mortgage to go to school, then you should be old enough to drink and to smoke. because they keep raising the age on that. In some places, you now have to be 21 years of age to buy tobacco products. I do not think that if you are considered too young to make sensible decisions with drugs, that you are old enough to make sensible decisions that are going to also affect the rest of your life. Because taking out a tens of thousands, if not hundreds of $1,000s worth of loans for education is something that should be done lightly. In fact, I think smoking or drinking alcohol is a little less detrimental in some regards. And I do not think that signing your life away to the US military, where you could potentially die, like, I feel like they're all equally weighted and the age should be the same for all of them. With the library silent, you know, Ophelia, it's never too late to go back to a community college. I'm gonna say that. But yeah, like, I think it's ludicrous how we expect so much out of kids coming out of high school, but then we also tell them that they're not old enough to decide if they can smoke or drink. We've got to let the other hand fingernail dry a little bit. This hand should be really good and dry. So we're now going to put this down. I find it wild that we treat adults not completely as adults until they're 21. I just know it's not in law, which is the industry you're currently... Yeah, and that's hard, Mel. That's really hard to try and figure it out, especially at... Like, I do feel like the older you get, the more it becomes kind of like baby fever, where you're like, oh my gosh, I have to do the thing, like, right now because time is running out. But up until the day you die, you literally can keep changing your mind so long as you continue to be able to survive. You may be streaming in just a bit. Let's go, Ophelia. Let's go. Are you doing Faz or are you doing Baldur's Gate? Because I was lurking while you were doing Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate, nice. That's on sale right now, and I am just like, I'm tempted, but I'm also like, you literally cannot afford it. Do not. Just do fucking not. But I have FOMO. I have FOMO about Baldur's Gate right now. Whoop, that's how it's supposed to go. What you want in life with your therapist because you don't even know where to start anymore. That's not a bad idea. Something I would recommend is never work in your passions. And I say this because when I went to school for photography, it was because photography is a passion. I really love photography. I love photography. And trying to turn my passion into a business killed my passion. It took me 10 years to get my passion for photography back. So, if it's something you want to keep passionate about, I do not recommend doing it as your career. So while I would say I am passionate about helping people, I do not go out of my way to help people for my own joy. And that's where the difference is. I'm passionate about what I do because I really am passionate about helping people, but I don't find that I'm using it to seek my joy. Whereas with photography, I am seeking joy while doing photography. And you will suck the joy out of whatever you choose as a career. Languages. I enjoy learning them and I'm passionate about them, but I feel like I get sick of... Exactly, Mel. That's what I've heard about Baldur's Gate. And not only is it like reading a really good book, it's like reading a really good spicy novel, which I want to get into. You could have gotten a copy? Aw, that's okay, Ophelia. Some good luck and great session. Yeah, it is a big task to tackle. It really is. Crafting this last year, I was having a lot of fun with it. Now I haven't created anything in months because it just started. Exactly. Yep. It starts to feel like a chore. That's how it was with nail art. Like, I'm very passionate about nail art, and I used to do my nails every weekend. Every weekend. Like, my Instagram for Twitter, which, let me just do a quick thing in Bob and do a quick scoochity scooch. I literally started an Instagram for my nail art. Because I was so passionate about it. Warning, it's bright. ACOTAR and Crescent City, yeah, I've put ACOTAR on my wish list. I do want to get into reading spicy novels, Mel. So, like, I have an entire Instagram because I was so passionate. But to give you an idea, this was June of this past year. This was Christmas of last year. Also Christmas of last year. This was like November-ish. And I think this was a belated post. Oh, manicure hunting. So this was for December, I guess. That was Halloween of last year, which I still love this look, okay? This look was bomb. I did this going out... No, I went out to Minneapolis and I did this. And then I recreated it for Instagram. Yep, do the things as the desire comes. Throne of Glass I put on my list. Like this is that not pressed. Remember I said it looks really great matte? This is that same green mattified. This was a purple that came with the collection called Nightshade. But yeah, like I used to be so much more busy with nail art. That was, this was when I actually got 2 looks out for Pride Month, which was 2023. But in 2022, which is here, I was really active. Like, remember these nails, Ophelia? These were for Phasmo when the release dropped, and I used glow-in-the-dark nail polish to put my fingerprints on my nails. You want ACOTAR back because of reasons. Yeah. This was my first foray into reverse stamping with the little voodoo doll dude. Like, I used to do this all the time. So frequently. And I want to get the passion back. Like, 2022, I did a look for Pride every single week. And I did all of these on stream. Starting... I want to say starting here. I think Pride was the first look. I think this was the very first look I did on stream. So my streaming of nail art started here. This stuff I did privately. No, I lied. I did some of this on stream too. Just not all of it. Oops, I can't go any further because I'm not supposed to show feet. That's actually in the TOS. But like, look, I had so much fun with the Halloween nail art and stuff. It was great. I miss that level of passion. But I also, this is why I said, I used to also just do paint the combos. Like, I don't have to have like a lot of art on my nails. So I want to mix it up where I do some on stream and some that's just I'm going to paint my nails today and they're going to be a simple color with a top coat and good to go, because I can do that in like 30 minutes or less. It's not enough to stream. It's just not enough to stream. So I used to be really passionate, and then I lost it because I kind of turned it into a thing I trademark, had to do because it was part of stream. I was doing it for stream, and I love streaming it. I love sharing it, but it definitely, like, it does. When you turn it into something you have to do for a job, because streaming is like a job, you kind of lose the passion. Like, don't turn your passions of joy into your job. Thank you, Cosmic. I really enjoyed the fingerprint one. I really enjoyed it. A black to red shifting multi-chrome. Oh, Ophelia, that sounds gorgeous. How are we doing here? Still tacky. This is the last nail. This is the last nail we have to do, and I'm just like so cautious. I don't want to have to redo it a third time. Yeah, you don't want to open a craft type shop. It makes it even harder to craft. Yep. And I will say, the minute I put my crafts into my massage business, it got a little harder to do them. But the way I'm releasing myself from that, it actually came, like, it was a blessing in disguise. My bead shop closed. Sort of. So the physical location closed, right? And I no longer could just go there and pick out beads and craft and stuff. But it also meant that she was no longer going to be ordering the things that I would go there to use to remake the things that I make. Because I wanted to just like remake and restock the same thing over and over again. And because of that, I'm now releasing myself from the, if it sells, I have to make a new one. It's sold. And if I choose to make more, I make more. And if I don't, you snooze, you lose, right? Craft show November, more to decorate the table to help grandma and cousin. That's fair. That's fair. And I am doing craft shows. I really love craft shows. I think they're a lot of fun. But prepping for them is a lot of work. And I have one coming up in 2 weeks, which actually Seamus and I have to carve out time to make a display stand for them. For my candles. But yeah, like, it definitely like dropped the passion for crafting down. And getting it back is hard. It's very hard to recover your passions. So don't make them your career. Pick something that you can enjoy, that doesn't like kill your soul every day, but that won't take joy out of your passions in life. So I can honestly say that doing massage does not take joy out of my regular passions in life. I do receive joy when I do a particularly good job and really change somebody's life, which I know might sound egotistical or arrogant to say, but for some people who have been dealing, maybe with like chronic pain, or recovery from a surgery has been very difficult. There are some people who they had trauma in their past and being touched is very hard for them, but massage is a form of safe touch where they're not feeling violated, that it can be very empowering and very life-changing on the quality of their life to receive a massage. And working with those people, like, I'm so grateful I can do that for them. It is, and that brings me joy that I can enhance somebody's life. So I get joy from my job, but it is not a passion that I started because of joy, if that makes sense. The needle felter I watched does a good job, I think, explaining the realities of small business. Yeah. There are a lot of realities, and depending on the state you're in, you might need to file for a state tax authority. Tax authority gives you the right to collect sales tax. If you are in New York State, I cannot speak for other states, but if you are in New York State and you are selling any physical products, you are required by law to have a sales tax authority and to collect sales tax and report it to the government. If you fail to do so and the IRS catches you, they will fine you to the tune of thousands of dollars. Plus, they will tack on what they think that you owe them in sales tax, and they get to pull that number out of their ass, and it doesn't have to actually match what you actually sold. Oh, she's in the UK. Yeah, that makes a difference. But yeah, in New York State, you have to have that, and it doesn't matter if you are a charity, if you are a not-for-profit, if you are a volunteer fire department. And I learned this from the person who is a family friend and does our accounting. He is a licensed tax accountant. He has all of the documents and diplomas and whatever you get for that. He was a volunteer firefighter, and they were doing a bake sale with a craft fair. And the IRS part of the state, like the state tax department, loves to send people in undercover to these shows. You never know who's going to be where and when, to see who's charging sales tax and who isn't. And our family friend was helping with the bake sale for his volunteer fire department. They were selling, brownies and cupcakes and shit that the auxiliary people had made to be sold. And one such of those undercover tax people came through and asked to see their sales tax ID, of which they didn't have one because they're just a volunteer fire department trying to raise extra funds to, keep your house from burning down. And the tax authority person pulled a figure out of his ass, fined them thousands of dollars, and told them that was what they owed for frauding the state out of taxes. New York State is a piece of shit in that regard, but they did it. So if you sell in New York State, it doesn't matter if you just do one craft fair a year. If you sell in New York State, get your ass in with sales tax. Like, do not fuck around with the state government. You will lose. It doesn't matter how right you are, you will lose. The only way around it is to literally keep every single one of your receipts, which you should be doing anyways, but literally every single one, and claim the sales tax and prove that you already paid the sales tax on every item that you're using in your product. And this is why it's bullshit that everybody has to pay sales tax, because not everybody gets their products wholesale, right? Their materials. You have to prove that you already paid the sales tax to New York State on your forms at the end of the year to get out of having to charge sales tax. The onus is on you, the individual, and it's garbage. Meanwhile, we all know big corporations are committing fraud every day. But, they can pay off the lawyers. It's garbage. It's garbage. But yeah, definitely if you get into doing craft fairs, if that is kind of like a passion of yours, check what you need with your state to do so that you don't get caught being the small guy with not enough money to fight it and end up owing money that honestly you shouldn't owe. Whoop. Smacked my mic. Sorry about that. Oh. God, I love ranting about the government. Are we? I think so. I think we're safe. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that we are safe. Because if I rip this off for a third time, I'm going to be very upset. I think we are safe. Those little cracks that are the hardest. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. We get one more satisfying peel. Because we had one very unsatisfying peel today. And I will eventually get these up onto my Nailstagram, my nail Instagram. I'm behind. I'm very behind. I have nail looks that I did 2 years ago, pretty much, that are not up there yet. It started to get fucked. You can see it. I think I can tap it. Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. I can fix that with, I caught the tape. I can fix where it started to get fucked up with, the top coat. It basically just started to lift off of the nail bed. So as I put the top coat on, I'll be able to put a little pressure down. Okay. That nail was just determined to be a pain in the ass. That's what it was. So now we've got top coat on everything except for where we did the accent. I'm going to start in the opposite order because these nails have had the most time to dry. One more top coat to seal in the last layer and really bring out the effects of...
I'm gonna need you to drink some water.
Absolutely, Dova. I'm doing good. I will get that water in just a second. We want to seal down and bring out the effects of the linear holographic flakies in the yellow polish. Water is important. Even if, like me, you put flavor enhancers in the water. I go for 4C lemonade powder. Just a little bit. Just enough to take away the water taste. Because I don't like the flavor of the tap water here. And it doesn't matter if you filter it, I still don't like the flavor of it. So I do put just a little bit in to give it a hint of like not water flavor, but not enough to where I'm drinking my calories. Because you don't want to drink your calories. I'm gonna start winding down soon, yeah. It is 9:30 at night on a Sunday, which is technically later than I usually do a nail art stream, but here we are, because I woke up at 5 p.m. My sleep, I basically embraced the fact that my sleep is very screwy right now. And I don't have a lot of clients on the books, so I don't have to worry about anything until Friday. So I'm just going to float with it and see where it takes me, because usually, eventually, I seesaw so hard that I sleep for like an entire day and then my sleep is fixed. And when it gets fixed this time, god damn it, it's going to be the last time I'm going to leave it fixed. I'm not going to have to take my dad for surgery at 3:30 in the morning. And I'm not going to allow myself to be lured into staying up until 5 o'clock in the morning or whatever. Like, I'm going to knuckle down on things. We'll get some puppy time tomorrow, so probably getting some new bruises and hugs from them. Aww. You also woke up at 5 p.m. Let's go. Insomnia buddies. Alright, I'm going to turn off that light. I'm going to swap back to this camera. So here they are. It won't autofocus anymore, so I can't really bring them in too close. But we've got just, like, they're cute. They're very cute. Thank you for the lurk, Dova. And now, I wonder if from this distance you can kind of better see. Maybe. Although this might look okay blurry. You can kind of see the colors. I don't know. It's a hard one to kind of show off those colors that we did to show the differences. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Cosmic. I'm happy with them. I'm very happy with them. It's nice to have my nails painted. I will have to oil the fuck out of them when the polish is 100% dry, which will be like an hour. In like an hour I could oil them. I'm just trying to get to my oil pen. So this is also from Holo Taco. I really like it. You can do oil however you want to do it, okay? This is just how it works best for me. I've tried a lot of methods. I've tried the little dropper where you put it onto your nails, like your cuticles, and then you rub it in. I have tried using a bottle with like a nail brush. And I've tried different formulas, but the Holo Taco works the best. It's a vitamin E and jojoba oil. You get cartridges that go in the end. So I think, yeah, that's how much I've used of it, okay? This is my first cartridge. It just pops in. It has a tip on the end. You squeeze out a drop and then you paint it around. So it just, for me, this nail oil pen works the best. I find it to be the least messy. Jojoba oil actually absorbs into the skin, so this is something to pay attention to. We're having a science lesson with Sam for a moment. Not all oils absorb into your skin. Some oils just sit on the top, and coconut oil is one of them. And it absorbs into the nails, yes. So jojoba oil will absorb into the skin and the nails. Coconut oil will not. Vitamin E will absorb into the skin and the nails. It is very good for your skin and nails. When you are looking to get nail oil for around your cuticles to help keep them soft and nice, and for keeping your nail beds nice, if it's an oil that you don't recognize, because like you've got sunflower oil, you've got avocado oil, you've got shea butter oil, like there's so many out there. If you don't immediately know whether or not it absorbs into the skin and the nails, Google it. Because if it doesn't absorb and it's just going to leave a film, it's pointless. Tiny bit more since the last time I broke down and chewed them before I paint them again. Stream made me very excited for when that point comes. I want to see what they look like, Cosmic, when you do choose to paint them. Pint them? Bodies, yeah. Jojoba is molecularly similar to the natural body oil, so go with it. Yeah, jojoba is great. I'm actually looking to probably switch the oil in my massage practice from coconut to jojoba when I run out of the coconut that I have. That's how much I really prefer jojoba at this point over coconut oil. Yes. Yes. That is how you spell it. I think some people call it jojoba, but it is actually jojoba. The J is pronounced like an H. And I guess if you were in Sweden, it would be jojoba, because they pronounce J's like a Y. Language is interesting. So yeah, I will be oiling these bad boys. I will be working on clearing up where I picked from my anxiety. Yay, anxiety brain! Mental health is hard, you guys. Mental health is hard. So we are, at this point, though, going to get ready to raid out, because it is that time of the night. I really appreciate you guys being here with me and chilling while I painted my nails. I love doing these streams. I really do. I lost my creative drive and my will to do it. So it feels good to do it again. It's funny though, because Christmas time with the busyness of the holidays is typically where I fall off the radar in doing nail art. So maybe this will be the change that I've needed. This is the first cuticle oil I've used. It was sent to me by the same person who made the nail polishes. I had to Google what to do with it. Oh, well now you know. Now you know. They picked a good one. Absolutely, Mel. I'm glad you could stop in. You guys have a great rest of your evening too. If you will stick around for the raid, I would super appreciate that. Let's check and see who's doing what in the Twitchverse, because I don't know who's doing what at the moment. I have no lurks pulled up, which is very unusual for me. I do follow some other nail art streamers, but I don't know if they're live. If they are, I'll probably take you to more nail art. If not, I think I will try to find one of my teammates who are live. Yeah, I don't have any of them on. So let's check out who on EBGG is doing things tonight. Who's doing what? Do. Final Fantasy, Phasmo. Para Eyes? Oh, that's an observation duty type game. Who do I think has the coziest vibes to bring you to? Excuse me, Twitch, let me scroll. I think... How long has this person been going? That's a very big question. They've only been going for 30 minutes. So I'm going to bring us to our observation friendie. You may even know them. It's Bibbidi. I'm pretty sure I have not lurked. Maybe I'm thinking of a different Bibbidi, but regardless, they are playing Para Eyes, which is an observation duty style game. It looks like they're just kind of chilling and vibing, which I think is perfect. Going for a nice chill vibe is always a good time in my book. So you guys, thank you again for being here. Whether you chatted, you lurked, you asked questions, you decided to paint your nails as well. Like, I don't know. However you chose to be here to support, I really appreciate it. We're going to bring all of that kind energy over to Bibbidi. I will be back on Wednesday. If you are not in the Discord, get your butt in there, because that's where the schedule is going to go up first. Please check out my socials. You can support me on there as well. Hitting subscribe and like or follow. It's all free and it helps me out a lot. Wednesday is going to be more contraband police, because we are not done checking vehicles. And then I can even tell you that Friday will be the next iteration of the room. And next Sunday, mayhap, be a baking stream. perchance. So if you want the recipe for any baking streams, you gotta be in the Discord. I will see you guys on Wednesday. I will catch you in the Discord. I will catch you in the other streams. Let's go say hello to Bibbidi. And in the meantime, make sure you take a moment to practice some self-care. Look yourselves in the mirror and tell yourself that you love you because, my friends, you matter. This has been great. Have a great one. Bye-bye.